Hello everyone and welcome back to the official YouTube account of TNAnews.com. I am Alex Barie, the lead editor at TNAnews.com, and I'm here to bring you a different video, and not a hashtag TNA Talk one, but a video that many people asked for me to do, and I have time, I'm available, and I'm going to do it. Before I get into my topic, I want to start off by saying that TNAnews.com has officially joined Facebook. I've been pondering about the thought of whether I should add a Facebook account for the site for months now, and I realized last night that every minute, every hour, every day that passed on by, that's one less like, that's one less new visitor, new supporter, new reader of the site that we didn't get. So I decided to create a Facebook page. The description is below to like it. To do a soft launch, to ease into it, not really push hard, at the beginning, but let people like it as they choose and grow it from there. And I've been pleased with the results so far. We got over 24 likes in less than 24 hours. It's growing, and I'm thankful. So please like it. It's down below in the description, and I hope to see you on there talking away. But now let me get to my topic of the six-side ring. Many people ask me to do a video about it, and I am going to do a video about it right now. Let me first off by saying that when I first saw TNA Impact on TV, there were two things that caught my mind. One of them was AJ Styles and the absolute athleticism that he had, the talent that he possessed. It was unbelievable. The moves that he was able to create in the ring, outside the ring, was phenomenal. He was the phenomenal one. I loved it. I became a great fan of his, and he stuck to my mind since day one. Him in a six-sided ring. When you first tuned into TNA at the time, you saw a six-sided ring, you thought, that's unique, that's different, I like it. It's different from the competition. It's not, it's plain old the alternative. And I liked it from there. I watched it for a couple weeks, and then it got off Fox Sports Net, and then went on to Spike TV a couple years later, or a couple months later, I guess you could say. And the person who really grew for me in the company was Kurt Angle when he came in. And you had the six-sided ring, you had AJ Styles, which made me watch time to time, week to week. But then you had Kurt Angle, and the light, the fire underneath my eye exploded, and I said, yeah, I need to watch this company. I wanted to follow Kurt Angle's career. I never stopped watching it since then, and that's how I got started in TNA. But the six-sided ring, as I stated a couple minutes ago, when you first saw it, you thought that was unique, different, the alternative. Then WWE, then other wrestling sites, or companies. It's not just the four-sided ring, the 22 by 22 squared circle. It's six-sided. It's different. And that's what caught my eye and probably caught many people's eyes. In 2010, when Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan came in, they took away the six-sided ring. They eliminated it. And I looked online to see why they did so. And basically, they thought it was a circus. The six-sided ring was a circus act, and no one would get behind TNA if they had this. They wouldn't look like a real threat to the WWE, and they got rid of it. But once they got rid of it, they got rid of their uniqueness. They got rid of their image of being the alternative. They became, from 2010 to 2014, even now, they became a WWE light. And I don't like to say that because they're not. But that's what they came across as to many people. It was just another wrestling company. One who tried to go against WWE, and they failed. And they lost all their different styles. The X Division, six-sided ring, the knockouts at the time were down and out. And it wasn't the same. Fast forward to a couple weeks ago, and the vice president of TNA Wrestling, John Gaburik, stated in a interview that the six-sided ring was coming back, and he couldn't say when it would come back. It was a secret, but he said it's going to come back. and he promised that. Now, I asked my sources in TNA about the six-sided ring, workers to officials, the people inside TNA offices, and they didn't know. They honestly didn't know until John said that statement. And I'm surprised, even the talent, they are the wrestlers who are working in this ring, who are putting their bodies on the line. And I know for a fact that a six-sided ring is harder to work in than a four-sided one. It's harder on the body. It's you can't physically or mentally adapt to a six-sided ring right off the bat. It's so different working in it than the four-sided ring. And with these superstars they have now on the roster, they're all groomed for the four-sided ring. They're all accustomed to the squared circle. Once you put in a six-sided ring, it's going to be different. It's going to be harder to work with. More posts, more sides. Sides are smaller. The ring is smaller. The ring is harder if you land on it. All that has to take into account when you decide whether to change or not. And the fact that TNA hasn't told their employees about the six-sided ring, I could see that as being a secret issue and want to keep it underneath the table. At the same time, they're the ones working in the ring, and they so very well know that the transition is going to happen. Now, I don't know if it's going to be full-time or part-time or just for Destination X, but you do got to keep in mind that it's coming, and the workers are going to have to deal with it. Now, would I bring the six-sided ring back? I've been saying for years, months, years, whatever, that the six-sided ring made them look like a circus act. I agreed with Hogan and Bischoff. It made them look, like a comedy act. But thinking about it now, that was their cornerstone. That was their alternative. What made them unique. And to bring that back, and it will make them unique again, but in all honesty, it makes TNA look like they wasted 4 years of their time. I always like to try things new and see if it works, but for TNA to grow and to, succeed, they have to make everything that they do look like it's the real deal. Switching rings 4 years later, yeah, that's a substantial amount of time, but shouldn't you stick to a long-term plan? Long-term plan being 5 years or more. TNA needs a direction. They need, I tried to look for their mission statement. I couldn't find it. They need a goal, a mission statement, which they are trying to focus on, what they are trying to accomplish. And I don't think TNA knows what they're, trying to do. And they want this ring, they want this ring. The alternative was also the X Division. And you see how far that has fallen. They try to, grow it every year for Destination X, but then it falls again. It's year by year, and it's just, it's upsetting. But TNA needs to find what they're about. They need to see that they aren't competition to the WWE. Yes, they're, same category of sports entertainment, but they are so far below WWE that you can't compare them in terms of revenue, in terms of TV deals, in terms of merchandise sold, their stock, and so forth, how big they are. TNA needs to find that they need to realize that they are unique. They have to be unique. They are different. They are the alternative. And from then on, they need to do everything that WWE is not doing. And that means the six-sided ring, by all means, then bring it back. But it makes TNA look, confused. It makes them look like, all right, that didn't work, now let's do this. Then this is not going to work, now let's do this. Back and forth. Now with Jeff Jarrett's company coming up, GFW, there's been many speculation, rumors going around that he's going to bring the six-sided ring back. We don't know that, it's just hearsay. But if he does, if he brings a six-sided ring or whatever ring he chooses, you need to stick with it. You need to, his mission statement is to please the fans and make them cater to them. And if fans want the six-sided ring, sure, great, yes. But then you need to stick with it. You can't keep changing it week in and week out, year after year, or 4 years, whatever. So, hopefully TNA, I like to see the six-sided ring back. It was different, unique. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to see it back full-time. As a business standpoint, as a fan standpoint, I loved it. But, TNA needs to think both sides of the deal. And, we'll see from here. I don't know what they're planning on doing. Hopefully it's something that's business-worthy, something that's, business tactic, and they're able to rebound from it, and ultimately become what they're supposed to be, and that is the alternative to the other wrestling companies. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. I am Alex Barie, and hopefully you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe to this page. Check out TNAnews.com. It's Facebook page, Twitter account, Instagram. All of that can be seen on TNAnews.com. I thank you. And for next time, I'm Alex Barie.